Hello everyone, this is Global Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. I also want to remind you that some of my video courses are already available. Buy them if you haven't done it yet. I would really appreciate your support. Today I'm finally going to tag the jumpsuit and show you the first fitting. I'm going to tag all of these details. And we'll see a garment from the sketch. I've already tagged the back of the bodice. I've also tagged the pocket bags and the waistband. It's 8 centimeters wide, and we've already doubled it with the interfacing material, folded and pressed the edges. Now it's just 6 centimeters wide. I'll attach it to the jumpsuit during the fitting. I'll mark its placement. These are the sleeves and the flounces. These are the front details. There are also the details of the pants. I can start taking now. Have a look at the chest dot first. It's of a pretty unusual form. It's okay. I've already drawn the dart and the fabric, so I can detach the pattern now. I've also drawn the center front. Natalie is going to help me. Here's the center front. I'll show you how to tack the dart. It should be done accurately. I need to trace the center front and the chest dart to the other side. Sewing jumpsuit is pretty complicated. This is why it takes so many videos for me to show you what to do. Natalie is going to tack one of the front details, and I'll tack the other one. Before I start tacking, I need to make a spacing seam on the center front. It's very important. Don't be lazy. I want to make small notches to mark the dart legs. The notches should be tiny. I'll pin the notches in order to define the direction for tacking. The notches shouldn't match in the end. One of the sides will be longer than the other. Natalie prefers pinning the details. I usually tack them. Have a look here. One of the sides is longer than the other. Do not stretch or gather the fabric. Do not try to join the edges. Tack the darts down from the top. This is the only way to tack the darts accurately. It's absolutely okay if one of the dart legs is longer than the other. Don't worry. It happened because the lower part was cut on the bias. I need to join the two front details and cut the extra pieces from them at the same time. Don't even try to do it otherwise.
Ох, Наташа тут уже заметала, ладно.
You can see that I've cut the extra pieces from the details. Next, I need to tack the side detail to the front one. You can see that the details match. Be very attentive. Do not stretch or gather the fabric. The width of the seam is 1 centimeter. I'll show you the result. It fits perfectly. Very nice. I can move the bodies aside. I'll start taking the trousers now. These are the front details. First, I need to draw a grain line. I'll mark it up from the knee level. I need to draw it on one side first, and then to trace it to the other side. I want you to understand that we show you the techniques which we use. You can use different techniques if you know them. You can also change the designs we show you however you like.
Один и тот же технологический узел можно сделать любым образом. Отлично. Сейчас все эти булавочки убираем.
I want to make tiny notches here in order to mark the pleats.
Буду закрывать защипы. Вот наша линия прокладывается.
Here's the grain line. It marks the position of the lengthwise grain. This is very important. I'll ask Natalie to take the waist tucks off the camera. Do not forget to mark the wrong side in the details. Next, I need to make a spacing seam. After that, I'll start taking the details. From the videos about sewing jumpsuits, you could learn a lot about the lengthwise grain, about pleats, pockets, sleeves. I tell you about some peculiarities. I show you different sewing tricks. I'm going to make a spacing seam on the other detail as well. Be very attentive now. These are the front details. First, I need to join and pin the notches, which mark the pleats. Here's the first pleat, and here's the second one. I remind you that there will be 2 pleats in each front detail. This is how the pleats are going to look like. I don't want them to start right from the top. This is why I'm going to stitch about 3 or 4 centimeters in each of them. I recommend you stitching the top parts of the pleats. I think that the pleats don't look good
разнообразной.
if they open right from the very waistband.
Раз складочка. Два
I need to
столбика.
tack about 3 or 4 centimeters in the both pleats.
Прошиваем. Вот,
This is how the pleats look like now.
вот как это выглядит.
Next, I need to tack them close to one of the sides.
От центра. То есть вот
I'll
эти
tack them
вот
towards the
к
center.
центру заметываем. Потому что не люблю, когда
As I've said, I don't like it when the pleats open from the very waistband. If you do like it,
Любит, пожалуйста, это
don't stitch them. The first pleat
вторая.
and the second pleat.
Вот так выглядит
Have a look at the
в
pleats.
моем будущем комбинезоне.
This is how they're going to look like. Next, I need to tack the pocket.
Я уже его сметала.
I remind you that I've already tacked the pocket bags.
Просто вот эту часть срез я приметаю к срезу наших.
I just need to join the edges of the pocket opening and tack them.
Видите? Знаете, почему идеально?
The details match perfectly because I cut them together.
Если бы отдельно
I've shown you how to do it.
ой-ой. Такую
Do not cut these details separately.
сложно. Когда всё
Think about everything in advance.
нету. Вот видите,
I've tacked this edge.
часть я приметала, а вот эту
I need to tack the upper edge as well.
сметать вместе. Ох, какой карман роскошный, смотрите, вау.
The
О,
pocket is big enough.
карман.
It's
Да.
very comfortable.
Таким карманом можно порадоваться жизни. Ну ладно, тут у меня ниточка уже закончилась. Сейчас я приметаю вот это. И точно так за камерой я заготовлю
The first front detail is ready. I'm going to tack the other detail off the camera.
и приметаю карман. У нас готовы передние
Have a look here.
брюк к сметыванию.
The front trousers details are ready. The back details are ready as well.
Прежде чем мы начинаем собирать все это в одну кучу, сделаем небольшую сверочку.
The body's details are also ready.
Ну, по линии
Let's check if they match.
сразу совпадало, тут же еще шов будет.
The back details.
Совпадает просто идеально.
Very well.
Что у нас по передней части? Вот
The front details.
нижняя часть. Вот смотрите, здесь
The center front and the details should match.
эта точка должна совпасть с центром переда. А центр переда у нас, вот видите, что прокладочный. И получается,
I remind you
у нас
that the center front
ну, где-то чуть больше.
is marked with a spacing seam.
Но я его
You can see that the upper detail is about 1 centimeter wider.
сейчас собирать
I'm not going to cut it now.
боковые швы собирать.
I'll just take it into consideration when taking the side seams. If the front is too tight,
На всякий
it will give me an opportunity to loosen it.
А потом посмотрим, если
Be very careful. Do not cut any extra pieces before the first fitting.
но я просто не хочу с полочки сейчас слишком
You wouldn't be able to alter anything otherwise.
не надо. Я хочу сказать пока.
I'm going to tack the trousers first.
Боковые швы сейчас передо мной. Передние половинки брюк
I need to lay out the front details symmetrically.
симметрично друг к другу. Вот. Боковой
Put the back details on top of them.
шов, линия колена,
Pin the details face to face.
боковой шов. Один боковой
Do not forget about the checkpoints on the knee level.
сметаю сама. Опаньки.
I can start taking the side seam now.
Я-
Natalie will take the other detail off the camera.
А я думаю, знаете, что может быть
I'm not sure about pleats yet.
складочек. Я так что у меня были складочки.
Maybe
Я сделаю.
I'll make a jumpsuit without pleats.
Мне очень нравится.
I'll think about it later.
Просто пока сметываешь, всегда сомневаешься. Потом боковые швы лифа мы сметываем. Немножко по
When the trousers are tacked, we'll tack the side seams
передняя
in the
часть.
bodies.
Каждый должен для себя
It's very important
знать,
to define your own comfortable width of the leg opening.
когда мне задают вопросы,
No one can tell you what is right or wrong.
кроме самого человека.
The measurements are individual.
Настолько это индивидуально, поэтому нужно выработать
As for me,
ширину.
18 centimeters is the perfect width of the skinny trousers. In this case, I even made them a bit wider. You can see that the details match perfectly. That means that everything is correct.
Идеально
Absolutely perfect.
совпадает. Мы снимаем на камеру.
It takes me more time to tack the details in front of the camera
Больше надо, чем обычно, ты бы
than when I do it
потому что
off the camera.
надо подстроиться под камеру и так далее. Вообще, на самом деле, ничего сложного в обычной жизни здесь нет.
I've tacked the side seam.
Боковой. Вот наш кармашек,
Here's the pocket.
наши защипы. Сейчас буду
I'm going to tack the inseam of the camera.
не буду на камеру
Do not forget about the checkpoints.
сметаю за камерой. Лицом к лицу. Линия колен.
I'm taking the details face to face.
И начинаю сметывать.
The side seams and the inseams are ready.
Средний шов сметать для этого шаговый сложить.
Next, we need to tack the center back and the center front seams. Join them, pin, and start tacking.
Сначала начинаем
We'll tack the center back first.
заднюю часть.
The width of the seam is just 1 centimeter.
Шов сантиметр. Когда вы
Be
будете
very attentive.
стачивать уже на машине и от
After stitching and ironing these seams,
появится в этом
you may get some extra fabric here. These parts were cut in the bias.
косой кверху.
You should cut the extra pieces.
Время надо срезать. Я
When the mock-up is ready, I'll ask one of the tailors of my fashion house to sew a jumpsuit for me.
сшили комбинезон, наверное, без
I think I will make it of white lace. Such garments are very popular now.
грубых кружевов очень модно делать воланы. Сейчас очень много вещей.
Famous fashion brands make garments of strong lace with flounces and frills. They look very stylish.
Между прочим. Ну вот, наши две
The trousers are almost ready.
цельные брюки. Центр переда. Центр переда с центром
Next, I need to tack the center front.
ну,
Do not forget about the opening for a fly front.
и по линии талии сейчас будем соединять с нашим лифом. И буквально 2
I need to join the trousers and the bodies and try the jumpsuit on. I can't wait to do it.
Сильно мне уже хочется мерить свой комбинезон. Нижняя часть,
The trousers are ready.
с которой мы сильно поработали.
Have a look at them.
Верхняя часть комбинезона пока без сшивного пояса, а просто соединить
Next,
центр с
I need to join the bodies to the trousers.
лицом к лицу. И
Pin the
вот
center back
точно увидим,
and the center front first.
с вами по центру спины с центром спины скололи. и одну половину
Let's check
оставляем.
if the details match.
О, смотрите,
They
как
do.
точно поработали.
All of the seams match perfectly.
Идеале. Смотрите, выточка с выточкой,
Great
боковым
job.
с боковым, и все хватает. О,
The side seams,
честно,
the tacks.
счастлива. Всё, я сейчас вот этот шов примерю.
I'm going to take this seam off the camera. When it's done, I'll try the jumpsuit on.
Готовила к примерке, я уже расстроилась.
Have a look at me. I'm wearing the tag jumpsuit. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love the trousers. I love the pockets. I love the pleats. I remind you that this is just a mock-up. It's made of the very cheap fabric. The flounce looks absolutely amazing. And it's just pinned. It isn't even stitched yet. I remind you that there will be a waistband here. I need to decide where to attach it. It should be done this way. Place it on the waistline and ask someone to mark its position, or do it yourself. There will be 2 buttons on the waistband. And there will also be a flight front. It will be comfortable for me to take it off and on. This is very important. Think about such things in advance. Have a look at the jumpsuit one more time. I'm very pleased with the result. I know that the time was spent not in vain. I don't want to alter my old jumpsuit. This one is better. The width of the trousers is perfect.
Вот очень хорошая ширина брючины внизу около 20 сантиметров. Это просто круто.
The pleats look very beautiful.
Если бы такая была
If the trousers were wider, they wouldn't look that stylish.
и вот эти складки у меня
The pleats are also very beautiful.
брала на одну складку 7, на вторую 7. Посмотрите, какие они классные.
The sleeves are 16 centimeters long.
И, конечно, еще
There will also be a stand collar here.
очень я довольна.
It would look very stylish. Be creative. Try sewing jumpsuits. Be different and beautiful. My name is Irina Paukshte. Subscribe to my channel, buy my courses, write comments, share the videos, press the like and the bell buttons. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you. Goodbye.